Alright guys, today we are headed out here on Hirschfelden to continue a search for my most wanted rare, which is the melanistic pheasant. So in order to hopefully have a good shot at finding one of those melanistics, today I'll be visiting some multiplayer sessions where, apart from having a certain chance to find a beautiful rare rooster, we may also stumble onto some monsters like this potential level 3 pheasant. He's a max estimate, which means that he may be a level 3 and perhaps the first diamond of the hunt. Now, in case you didn't know, there's a new DLC coming to the theHunter Call of the Wild in October, which will be a new electronic collar plus a couple new weapons, and I gotta say that even though the new recurve and the new 45 lever action rifle look exciting, the most interesting piece of equipment included on this pack, at least for me, is definitely the electronic collar, because it has the potential to be a game changer. You know, the fact that it can be used to attract animals to a certain location instead of directly to a hunter will be a huge advantage when hunting from tree stands or tripods. However, as far as I'm concerned, it will have a couple of big limitations, the first one being that its effective radius will only be an area of 200 meters, which is honestly not a lot, and especially considering that apparently we're only gonna be able to place one of these collars per map. You know, frankly, an attraction range of only 200 meters doesn't really make sense for a collar that is meant to be used mainly from fixed positions like tree stands or tripods. I mean, 200 meters is pretty much nothing for that kind of playstyle, and I really think they should increase that number in the near future if they really wanna make this collar actually useful and something worth buying, because currently I think it has a lot of wasted potential. Okay, warning call. He's over there. Hopefully less than 100 meters out. Let's see. Alright, another call. Those are good news. That means he is still on the ground. And in fact, there he is. How big is it? Okay, level 2 with a top estimate of 20. He's a potential diamond. I mean, he is not a level 3, so he probably won't make it, but there's still a chance. Oh, come on. Not the best accuracy there, 4 shots, 2 hits, but he's down. So the question is this rooster the first diamond of the hunt? Let's see. Well, unfortunately, he is not even close, 18.91 score. We hit him 2 times after 4 attempts and we tracked him for 1.23 kilometers. So let's continue. Look at that. A max estimate piebald roe deer. A big level 2. He is unfortunately not a potential diamond since the antlers are not big enough, but is still a pretty decent sized rare. In fact, it is not the biggest rare roe deer I've ever seen, because my biggest melanistic was also a max estimate. It was a 900 plus in the old scoring system, so could be considered massive, and I also got a piebald which was similar in size to this one, but with a legacy rack. So honestly, my luck with the rare roe box has been pretty decent so far. I've definitely gotten some big ones, and I really hope that someday we get lucky enough to get a super rare. I mean, just imagine how cool it would be to get something like a piebald diamond roebuck. So anyway, as you can see, this guy is about 80 meters out, so I'ma switch over to the 243 Ranger and I'ma drop him on the spot. Can we hit the heart? Well, I assume we did. He's down. The first trophy of the hunt is a beautiful piebald roe deer, a huge piebald. I honestly can't wait to see the roe deer getting a remodel at some point, since they are one of my favorite species, and I would expect them to get one once they get a great one. You know, it may take a while, but I think we'll definitely see a great one roe deer added at some point. Now, as for the score of this guy, a 71.57 trophy rating, we hit the heart in a single lung, so it is definitely very similar in size to the other max estimate piebald I got back on 2019. You know, it is pretty much the identical Trurax version of that same deer, which is very cool. Alright guys, different session, and I just spotted what will be the first diamond of the hunt. You know, that guy is massive. I mean, I won't say it is a guaranteed diamond because there's still a slim chance it trolls, but the chance of it being a diamond is way higher. So I'm definitely confident that level 9 reindeer will be in fact the first diamond of the hunt, although as I said, he has the small big rag, so he could be trolled, but it's unlikely. Now, the only thing I hope is that we get a short opportunity as soon as possible, because there's another player approaching our position using the 4-wheeler, which is definitely not the best scenario, but at the end of the day we're on a public multiplayer session, and that's one of the risks you take if you decide to join one of these public sessions, so we cannot complain because we have to be aware of the fact that some players may interfere in your hunts whenever you choose a multiplayer session, and you cannot do anything about it, especially not when it's the host like on this case. Alright, there he goes. Well, I thought we were gonna be able to shoot him, but he is out of sight now. Okay, warning call. Apparently the entire herd is just ahead of us. Probably resting. Is that the big one? No, that's a hind. Seems they are all coming back. So we should be able to see the big one right here, probably soon. Well, hopefully. A level 4 right there, which I assume is the one that made the call, and there's the 9. He's alert. So I'ma drop him using the Malmer 7mm. Oh, come on. Man, I was too slow there, we had plenty of time to shoot him, and I don't know what happened, to be honest. Although, fortunately, I'm pretty sure that was a barrel. And yeah, we did in fact hit a barrel, that was probably a single long, he's down right there, he didn't go too far. And now let's see if this legendary stack is in fact big enough to be the first diamond of the hunt. Fingers crossed. And he's a diamond, 252.96, he's barely diamond. I thought he was gonna be bigger, but he's on the limit. And as you can see, we hit a single long at 96 meters after a chase of 2 kilometers. Not bad at all, this is honestly an amazing trophy, and even more considering that this is my first diamond reindeer on Hirschfelden after more than a year. Alright, we're still on the same session, and this right here is the track of a potential level 5 European Bison and perhaps the second diamond of the hunt. You know, recently we already found a True Rags diamond European Bison, so if we can find a second, that would honestly be amazing. And there he is, he's fleeing. He's running this way. Is he a level 5? Let's see. And he's a level 4 with a top estimate of 118, no chance to be a diamond. I was really hoping he would be a massive pull, but apparently we'll have to settle on with a mediocre level 4. I'ma drop him here with the 470. And that's it, he's down. It has a score of 117.9, which is not a high enough score to make it a giant bison, but is still decent. Now this right here is the track of what could be a potential diamond roe deer. You know, 29 to 35 kgs is the estimate you wanna look for while looking for diamond tracks, because it has a chance to be a level 3, although the odds of one of these tracks leading you to an actual diamond are very slim, because I would say that probably 1 of every 20 max estimates of the species are gonna be level 3s, and maybe even less. Now, as for the best strategy to chase a roe deer, you gotta make sure to use the patient approach by simply walking and minimizing the amount of sound you make. I mean, the roe deer, just as every deer species, are very skittish, and that means that most of the times they are gonna spook way before you can even see them if you simply keep running behind them, so you gotta be more patient and try to walk when chasing a roe deer. Oh, he's right there. Level 2, up to 78. A relatively small max estimate that doesn't have any chance to make it. Actually, level 2 roe deers are able to make diamond, but they need to have the diamond rack, and this one doesn't have it. Still I'ma shoot him though, using the 243 Ranger. And he's down, that was a double long. So the last animal of the hunt is a level 2 roe deer with a score of 72.64. He's a really small max estimate. As you can see, we hit a double long at less than 100 meters after a short chase of less than 400 meters, so not too bad.